torta. Got your bitch in the kitchen cooking up the pork chops.
Alright guys, welcome to the show. We're just gonna get started off right here tonight. I'm gonna say that I'm doing this a little bit differently this time. We're gonna have a little bit of a different approach. I've had a lot of people saying that I need to unleash my more inner funniness. They say I'm a really funny guy, but I'm just acting a little too serious. So tonight I'm kinda gonna just try to go off the head a little bit more, but I want people to remember that I do also try to keep a professional aspect. This is going to be about the things that women want, but probably more or less things that women don't want. I think that's what we're going to cover today. I had a real hard time figuring out how I was going to cover this topic. I had a lot of opposition, people saying don't do it, saying I don't know what women want or stuff like that, and really a bunch of haters. So I'm gonna do it anyway, flex. Enjoy the show, so let's get started. One thing women really want to hear is, are the dishes done? Or something like, is the house clean? Yeah, women really like to be reminded that there's chores that still need to be done. They love compliments in the form of, is dinner warm? Did you get me another beer yet? Is my good Sunday shirt ironed? Stuff like that. That's what they really love to hear. You say stuff like that to them, you are looking to get laid for sure. They love that stuff. What women really want is rights. They want like an egalitarian outlook on life. Thinking from a sociological standpoint of view, if women are at raising kids and we must force them to live the second shift and play the role of a woman, wouldn't society benefit from more women in power? When you say stuff like that, women are going to think you're a feminist and that you're more feminine than they are, and you're definitely not getting laid. So don't be spouting out at the mouth about that either. So they want to be treated equally. There is also the fact that men play a certain role. So something I do want to say is, if you do meet a girl though and you guys are talking for more than a little bit, it is okay to talk to them on a very educated level, and having an educated conversation is obviously something amazing. So when two people are talking about current events or just things in history or just anything like seriously educated and actually decent conversation, go with that flow, because the more legit something seems, the more legit it is actually becoming. So trying to get into serious conversation is always a plus, because it builds good rapport and it kind of lets people feel who you actually are. So that's why it's always good to stick up for yourself and be yourself too. So you don't want to fall in love with someone who isn't who they say they are, you know what I mean? And you don't want someone to think you're someone you're not, because you're going to get tired of putting on the show. So alright, so here's a few quick tips. Do everything in your power not to wear dad jeans. Dress nice, dress appropriate. Look at some of my other videos, dress good, get that good attraction. Never question yourself. Now this stuff I'm going to say, it might not all be in the same order, it might not all make sense, but there's going to be a lot of segments of this, because I feel like you should always be working on yourself to get where you want to be with women, especially if you're single a lot. I've been single for like 3 years, but I don't really have a good pun for that, so I still flex, I don't know. Okay, here's some things that women don't want. I'm just going to go over sharing how you feel too early on in a relationship. Very big no-no. Trying to buy her with food or gifts, also a no-no. And also thinking that it takes money and looks to get women, that is a big no-no, because you're going to be looking like an asshole very soon. Yeah, it takes personality, and that will win you over. I bet you've seen more often than not women who are with guys that you're like, wait, why is this guy with that girl? Or no, yeah, maybe that too, but you might say, why is that girl with this guy? He's a bum, but he's probably successful, he's probably confident, he probably has goals, he probably is motivated. And that's stuff we're going to get into here in just a minute. So I think you guys might like these clips a little bit more too. They're going to be a lot shorter. They're going to be a lot faster paced. They're going to be hopefully a little more funny, a little more me. Okay, so one thing to really look out for with women, any woman who approaches you. Usually that means she wants something. Usually that means she spotted something shiny and she's coming to get it. Like a little clinger weapon. Probably that's what's going to happen. So a woman that approaches you, be careful of, because they're usually looking for a place to stay or a sugar daddy. And if you're into that, it's good for a night or two, but you're gonna end up with a kid, paying child support, divorced, and miserable for 18 years minimally, probably the rest of your life. Things you should look for in a first date or right on, early on, what the woman talks about. Pay attention to this stuff. You want to pay attention to education. You want to pay attention to their goals. You want to pay attention to what, if they just want to party and live life and they say stuff like, I just want to dance and smoke joints, and they're working a part-time job, odds are they're going to be happy doing that for the rest of their life. If you're looking for someone who has goals, maybe going to college, or wants to be a more successful life, runs their own business, stuff like that. Just because they work a part-time job too doesn't mean that that's where they plan on staying. It may just be a step in their life, but you want to pay attention for go-getters, stuff like that. So, but I understand if you're watching this video, beggars might not be choosers. So, just good stuff to pay attention to, though, to avoid bullets or bombshells or stuff like that. I'm going to get in a little bit more into some of the stuff showing too much interest too soon. Tell you why. Because you don't know where it could go. You just want to live things one day at a time. It could work out, it could not work out. If you tell a girl you love her soon, it's not going to work out. I'll tell you why. There's no good way to ever say love. Love is not a good word to use. That means you're committed now and you're going to be with that one person forever. And the idea of it sounds good, but maybe just saying I lust you early on is a little more sexy, a little more like, hey, I just want to fuck type saying. It's best to allow the women's interest to run the plays kind of at first. It's good to just feel things out, kind of show your interest and then let the course be played. If they're interested, you'll see it, read their body language. It's okay to be 100% attracted. It's not okay to be 100% interested. You want to let their interest kind of bite, and women love mystery anyway. So if you're like 100% right there, they're like, and girls kind of want to question you, but in a good way. They want to be like, dang, there's more to this guy than meets the eye. That's obvious. What does he got going on? They want to find out, you know what I mean? They want to be, so what I'm trying to say is they want to be led on. They want you to tell them that you're in love with them just so you can get in their pants, and then once you're in their pants, just leave them and break up with them. And that's really a way to a woman's heart. So if you've ever watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I recommend the dentist system. So being too into them makes you seem easy, and it makes the situation seem like they don't have to do anything else to impress you, which is not where you want to be. Women know when they feel good and when they don't feel good. So they're gonna want those compliments when they earn them. You know what I mean? They want to work, and that's also part of the thing, making that you want them to dress nice. So when they come out, you say, "Hey, you look good," or when they don't, you jokingly call them a bum. Like, stand your ground, but be a man. Don't be too nice. And we're gonna get into that one. That's a big one. So yeah, don't be desperate. Be a little bit of a challenge. I like to tell women I'm like a puzzle piece. I like to tell women that I'm like a puzzle, but it's only 4 pieces and they're all square, but really that's not the case at all. I am so difficult. I'm a huge challenge. I mean, obviously, if you just drop it down, bust it open for me, I might smash, but if you're really interested in me, I'm going to make you work for it, because I want to know that you are actually working that you're not just that girl that came up to me, which is probably not the case, but you never know with shady women. So there are those girls out there. So even though you might be a good person watching this, there are those shitty people out there too. So we will move on now. Okay, yes, being nice, giving away all your power too soon. That is like that's the Mr. Nice Guy, being too nice, doing everything for them. Don't do that. Girls want an asshole almost, and I don't mean that, like, girls don't want a guy who's like, hey, get me a beer, it's dinner done, stuff like that. Girls don't want that. Okay, it's okay to be nice, but not too nice. Hold your ground. Be confident. Be a man. It's good to use humor to playfully argue. That builds tension between you. Like, that's the kind of tension you want. Playful tension. Like, you know what I mean? You want her to pounce on you. You want to build, like, a good tension. And that's a key to meeting women, getting them interested in you, stuff like that. Girls want a guy who is comfortable and confident. They want a guy who can be comfortable around other people. They want a guy who can be comfortable around other males, alpha males, and other women as well. And the reason is because it's okay to be friends with other girls, but girls are going to want to know you're showing them that special attention that makes them feel special. Girls want a guy who can show their confidence, be smooth all around. And this doesn't come overnight, and guys make mistakes, and it happens. You gotta put in the effort to get better. That's the only way you're gonna get better. This is a big one too. Just because you don't have to be super nice doesn't mean you have to be the alpha male. Don't be that guy. Honestly, if you're looking for a girl, if you're looking at this video for help, odds are that it's gonna be a better move for you to just be well-rounded, be the funny guy, come off that way. Don't be super macho, because a lot of times if you do get shut down, you may get your ego hurt or something like that, and it's just going to hold you back. This is another big one too. Not approaching women. If you only talk to women who are co-workers, peers, who are married, who have boyfriends, you're not going to get very far. So when you see an attractive woman, you see she don't have a wedding ring, you see that she might be single, don't be afraid to approach. I've said this before, I'm going to mention it again right now. They say out of every 10 dates, 2 say yes. I like to blow through the first 8 to get to the last 2 real quick. I'm not afraid of rejection. And sorry, not sorry, if after 3 dates things are not going well, kind of move on. The relationship may benefit from some separation time. It may build some more of that mystery that we were talking about. After 3 dates, if you're not feeling it, if you think she's not feeling it, kind of do your thing. It's okay to stay in contact, but don't try to push this situation to work. Just kind of let everything sail its course. And maybe some of the reasons you don't go up to women are you're scared, you think women don't want to be approached, you are afraid of rejection, you're worried about keeping conversation, maybe you don't know what to say. First off, if you are saying these things to yourself, you're just listening to excuses. You're saying, oh, I'm not funny enough, oh, I'm not attractive enough, oh, I'm not good enough to win this person over. Don't be that person, because you have failed yourself already. That means you're lacking the confidence it takes to go get what you want. Don't do it. You only live once, people. Don't live in fear. Live happy. Social conditioning has made it so everyone questions their worth anyway, so it's okay to question yourself. You should question yourself anyway, like, hey, do I look good? The better you look, the better you'll feel, and that'll be a key. So looking good will help build your confidence. Okay, so don't be a bench warmer in the game. Get out there, get what you want, like we were saying. Women know it's the men's role to achieve, to approach, and conquer. So women know that they're going to get hit on. So that doesn't mean approach them and act like an idiot. It means approach them, say something nice, be genuine. But it just means that women know men are going to make asses of themselves trying to talk to them. That's just how society works. So flow with it, be the idiot, have fun. At least she'll say, oh, he came up to me and had no problem asking me out. He's just not my type. When she tells her friends, because all women have friends and they talk, that's why you're nice to their friends. When you do meet the one, you I don't know what I was saying, but just do that and you will succeed. People fail for ignoring opportunity. Okay, here's a quick example. An opportunity. A couple of friends of mine were hanging out. This kid just walking by, and she might have hollered to him jokingly, like she really was interested in him. But one of the other guys actually set up the whole date, and like it was awkward. But the fact that it just happened, and now they're like been going on dates and things and cool. So the opportunities, don't ignore them. Let them go, even if they're a little weird. Maybe that'll break some of the ice quicker because, hey, you've been through something awkward. So don't ignore opportunity. Any opportunity you have, I say take it. Every great move involves a risk, so take that move. Giving up too easily, that is a big no-no. Why give up on your dreams so easily? I've done this so much during my life that now I refuse to give up. So I just can't announce that enough. Underestimating your worth, and that goes both ways, men and women. Thinking that that girl is too hot for you or too good for you. A lot of times girls that look that great are shitty people on the inside. So don't let that discourage you. The best woman for you may not be a model. It may be a chick who likes to have fun and has a little bit of curves to her. So healthy women are good, and women who can eat are also good, because then you can get stoned and enjoy fine foods, wines, anything. So I don't really drink. But. Okay, so a quick reminder, every man has failed with a woman in history. Every single man. Remember that. They're not all going to go good. Not every woman is going to like you. Sometimes you will fail. It is okay. Do not give up. My favorite approach, the direct approach, and this is where a lot of guys want to nail it, and this is the best approach because it's probably the funnest. It's a hard one to play. So here are some of my tips for it. First off, say what you feel. That makes everything easier because then it's genuine, then you're not lying, and you don't have to remember the bullshit you made up 10 minutes ago to retell her again. Okay, and don't repeat yourself a lot. Asking questions over and over again. Don't do this. Be original, be that fun guy. A lot of times what guys will do here is they'll see pickup lines on YouTube or wherever, which I love pickup lines, funny ones too. Me and my friends joke with them all the time, but I don't ever use them on a woman I'm serious about. A lot of times they'll want to refer to these pickup lines word for word. They think it's funny, but really girls are like, what an unoriginal idiot. Be genuine. Be honest. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's okay to compliment them. Compliment what they're wearing. Compliment their eyes matching their clothes. Compliment them. Be something that you see that really sticks out. You know what I mean? If it's spring and they're dressing nice with spring colors, say, oh wow, it's you've seen the sun and you thought about spring today when you got dressed. Or just something that makes them think, wow, this guy's really looking at me for me, not as a piece of meat, because that will turn a woman off. And everyone's different, okay? All girls are different, all people are different, so some of these lines that I say don't work will work, and guys may be like, oh, this guy don't know what he's talking about, these lines don't work. Yes, lines that do work like that are on women of the night. Quick one-liners, one time, hey, let's bang, we've been drinking, stuff that's, I don't know. But stuff like this also works on women like that too. I'm just saying there are easier women out there. If you're looking for the challenge, if you're that nice guy, if you're trying to find someone that actually has some meaning, so these might be some tips. I have this rule. It's called the 6-second rule. Okay, when you're talking to a girl, look her in the eyes, okay? For this, I have a rule. It's the 6-second rule. And if you are looking into a girl's eyes and they look back into your eyes for 6 seconds or longer, they either want to 1, fuck you, or 2, murder you. So be very, very careful. There is a line there. You don't want to end up the victim. Oh yes, also acting like you belong in the friend zone will only end you up in the friend zone. Sorry to tell you motherfuckers, but that's how it goes. So be confident, act like you belong there, and half the time people think you do. So that's looking for her permission or her approval too much, big no-no. Don't ask a girl where she wants to go on a date too many times. Just make plans. If you are that guy that just makes the plans and just says, okay, hey, guess what? We're going to dinner, then a movie, and I got this big fat backwoods rolled up for us. They're going to be like, dang, like, this man's planned, okay? Yeah, that's good. So connect with them also. Talk about them. Talk about growing up. Talk about their childhood. Talk about things they like. Don't ask those questions. I know it's good to get into dating questions. I know it's easy, but it's boring as hell. And I've done it a lot, and I've made the mistake. And I've also lost a lot of girls that I thought, man, this girl would be amazing to date forever. So one thing I wanted to cover too, for when you're with the women, talk about them a little bit more. Kind of keep the spotlight on them. Women love attention, and it keeps the spotlight off you. It's more pressure on them. They seem more important, and then you don't have to talk about your boring life so much. For tips for going out, have a good strategy. That's not the caveman strategy. A plan, read body language. Remember how I said approach from the front? Women are not rabbits. You don't need to sneak up on them to catch them. If they see you coming and they're nervous, they will dip and dodge. Trust me. That will happen, or they'll throw their friend under the bus. Don't be the nice guy, be the good guy. So in the end, women want a man who is confident, successful, and who has it going on. And it doesn't mean rich. It just means goal-oriented and motivated. Someone who knows what they want in life and also has things going on for them. So think about where you're at in life, think about what aspects you need to work on, and think about what you need to do to get yourself in the ball game. Step up your dressing, step up everything, but one thing you need to do, like and subscribe for the video. Let me know what you guys think. Share it with your friends. I really appreciate all your input. Alright dudes, peace out. Stay lifted.